Socialism is active, or it doesn't exist. The position is not important. The important thing is vigilance at the base, vigilance from all the members. This will make those at the top carry out their obligations, and will not permit bureaucratization. The important theoreticians take their ideas from the life of the proletariat, not the other way round. The proletariat are in revolt by instinct and necessity. Their condition as the exploited class imposes the need to struggle for their own emancipation. It is already 2 days since I was to have been freed, but it seems as though someone has become fascinated by the man named Durrutti, and is holding me for I know not what reason. I am writing at night by the light of a candle, because with the noise made by the ocean waves breaking against the walls of the prison, there is no way to sleep. I am confident in your good sense to keep our mother from making another trip to San Sebastian, a very tiring trip for her, and a hard trial for me to see her through the bars. She must have returned worn out. Persuaded that I am in good health, and that my release is a matter of days, perhaps hours. The revolution is a continuing activity with ups and downs. While the conditions required for revolution lie hidden, an audacious act suffices to spread and set fire to collective action. It is possible that we may be mistaken, that we may be beaten in this battle. This defeat will not be definitive. It will be one more chapter in the history of the proletariat. Our mission is to act as fuses, once, twice, 20 times if necessary, until the collective explosion, the only one which can make the revolution a continuing activity, prolonged to its only real end, a total change in the way men live. Don't ever put your fate and the solution of your problems in the hands of political professionals, and don't allow leaders to appear among you. Both will betray you, and you won't escape your situation as slaves. You will start to be free when you are capable of conducting your struggle yourselves. The influence of the Spanish police has no effect in France, and I hope to regain my liberty soon, as fair amends for the injustice which has been done to me. Now, starting the struggle again, but in Spain. We are not at all interested in the Republic, but we accept it as the point of departure for social democratization, but only provided that this Republic guarantees that liberty and social justice are not empty words. The people must look for its salvation outside party politics, outside the bourgeois parliament, and develop its own action in the street. For the working class, there is no other effective politics but the revolutionary struggle. She is very pretty, and she's already beginning to smile. She is the delight of all our friends. Her mother has a good supply of milk and eats with relish, so that the little one is in good health too. We have bought a lot of things with the compensation for my dismissal in the railroad strike of 1917. Wardrobe, mattress, blankets, cradle, shoes. Come, Rosita, decide before they put me in prison. If you come, we will fix up a bed for you now that we have a mattress. My wanderings across these seas have ended, and now that I am settled on this lost island, I can finally give news of myself. The Republican government, not content to deport us in the most criminal conditions, continues to hammer away against us, submitting us to the most rigorous isolation. These gentlemen are so barbarous that they think that because we are revolutionaries, we have no feelings, and that our families are indifferent to our misfortune. If this is the way they think to save the Republic, without Republicans, they are fooling themselves. Because one day, we, the troublemakers, we will enter them like masters, because the sole owner of all the social riches is the working class. This is not the hour to die, but to live. Our struggle is not only carried forward by shots. The rear guard is as valuable as the fighting avant-garde. Your place is not here, but in school. It is certain that conditions were not ripe. If they had been, we would not be in prison. We never believed that the revolution consisted of the seizure of power by a minority which would impose a dictatorship on the people. We want a revolution by and for the people. Without this idea, no revolution is possible. It would be a coup d'etat, nothing more. In the end, brute force won over reason. Vanquished, the prisoners were isolated. As long as such procedures are used in human relations, society can't call itself civilized. This system must be destroyed and replaced by a society where man is not a slave to man, but his equal, and where it will be possible to develop all the capacities which man has within him. There will be no peace on earth as long as this kind of repression exists. Revolutionaries should not forget this, for it is precisely they who are in charge of destroying it. It is necessary to live on the alert and to remain ready for the first appeal from the CNT to go into the streets. It is not the time for impatience, but for intelligent waiting and to observe the maneuvers of the enemy. We must force the latter to come out in the open, and when the time comes, to fight without mercy. The left pretends that if the right is successful, they will launch the revolution. The right answers that if the left is victorious, it will start a civil war. We are therefore on the edge of a revolution or a civil war. This is what we must clearly explain to the workers, making them understand that the vote can no longer solve anything. The worker who votes and then stays quietly at home is a counter-revolutionary. The same is true for the man who doesn't vote. This dilemma can only be solved in the streets, fully armed. There are times in life when it is impossible to carry out an order, no matter how highly placed the person who gave the order. It is through disobedience that man becomes civilized. Uniforms no longer have any meaning. No other authority exists except revolutionary order, and the latter requires that these guns stay in the hands of the workers. We must accept the agreement, only provisionally, that is to say until the freeing of Saragossa, because then the way to the north would be open and the success of the revolution assured. During all my life, I have acted as an anarchist. The fact of being given political responsibility for a human collective cannot change my convictions. A working men's militia cannot be led according to the same rules as an army. The goal of our struggle is victory over the enemy, but also a radical change in man. In the struggle, he cannot act like a soldier under orders, but like a man who is conscious of what he is doing. If our revolutionary army must be maintained through fear, we will have changed nothing. but the color of fear. We have always lived in slums and holes in the wall. We will know how to accommodate ourselves. For you must not forget that we can also build. It is we who built these palaces and cities here in Spain and in America and everywhere. We can build others to take their place, and better ones. We are not in the least afraid of ruins. We are going to inherit the earth. Don't wait. Seize the land. Organize yourselves without leaders, without masters, without parasites. If you don't accomplish these things, it is useless for us to march further. The men who ran today will fight like lions tomorrow. One cannot get such results by treating them like regimented soldiers, but only by treating them like revolutionaries. I have told them that those who ran, hindering the advance of the column, must have the courage to drop their guns so that firmer hands can pick them up. Do you realize the seriousness of your actions? The fascists could have broken through at the spot you were meant to guard. You are not worthy of belonging to the column or the CNT. Give me your cards. You are neither CNTists nor workers. You are shit. You no longer belong to the column. Go home. Don't you know that the clothes on your back belong to the people? Take off your pants. The workers who fight today, at the front or in the rear, are not doing so to protect the privileges of the bourgeoisie, but are fighting for the right to live in dignity. We're not seeking medals. When we come back from the front, we will occupy our positions in the factories where we started. It is in the production centers that the real battle will be won. If Madrid wants to be saved, it must start by raising a curtain of breastworks and barbed wires. One must realize that the enemy is already at the gates of the city. To speak in these terms is not to demoralize the people. Only lies are demoralizing. This decision of the government has produced a deplorable effect. They lack completely a sense of reality. The contrast between their spirit and the spirit of the militias is total. We are very conciliatory, but we know that one of these mentalities must bow before the other. Out of the question. I will stay in Aragon. I know no other discipline but that of the revolution. I don't give a fuck for your bureaucratic responsibility. If you want to put an end to the danger, you must take the shape of a granite block. Do you want to come with me to Madrid? Yes or no? It is a question of life or death for us all. We will either conquer or die, because defeat will be so terrible that we could not survive it. Speak bluntly to the comrades. Tell them the truth. There are no troops to relieve them. They must hold and hold fast. I am in the same state you are. I was with you this morning at Moncloa, and tonight I will be with Mira. Tell all this to the comrades, and if your wound isn't serious, hold on, Liberto. What do you expect? In war, one becomes a jackal.
During the Battle of Madrid, the anarchists lose their prestigious leader, Durruti. The circumstances of his death are mysterious, even today. Durruti is the main force of the anarchist movement in Catalonia. All Barcelona attends his funeral.